in this space, and we didn't really know what to expect. We're glad to see you all here. I don't want to take up a whole lot of time. I really want to go ahead and turn it over to Brother Bobby, and we can go ahead and get started. Thank you all for coming.
Okay. This is Brother Wesley. If you didn't know, I guess about 2 years ago, I think starting with the Gathering of the Masters, which was one of the conferences they had in 2000. Some of you started receiving newsletters, flyers, and basically all of that. And in so many words, all of the graphics and stuff that you've been seeing coming from the Arkansas and even Sirius books at that particular time was coming from the brother you just saw, which is Brother Wesley Morris, which is the husband of Deborah Morris, who is my business partner. And we might well say he's in on this too, because the simple fact and all, we couldn't do nothing if we didn't have the doggone ad man or the graphics. But all that stuff that you've been seeing, all of the graphics for the Hemmitt Summit, all of the graphics is done by the Master Wesley to make this possible. So just about the catalogs, the newsletters, and all this stuff has been put together. And so what we're doing is we utilizing talent all around us. So we are up and running on a highly, what they say, a very professional level. You know, as one of my ex-boss used to say, we're doing things on a very professional level, but he had one damn deep fat fry for the whole 6,000 people at the AU Center. And, you know, and our system of getting the food to the people was hollering across the damn stove. You know, but he would still say a very professional level. Although, you know, he spent 8 times as much money instead of going and buying people to fix the ice box, the refrigerators, and all the cooling system. He gets some crackhead and all that used to be an electrician. You know, that nigger rig and stuff, but still it was a very professional level. So we are doing with the real very professional level. So all the graphics that you see is done by Wesley Morris. Like I said, give some other shots out. As you saw, the people who got the newsletters and the catalogs for the Hemmitt Summit, this all came about with me. Back in 2000, I went to Detroit. A sister by the name of Oshun Mayat Dara, and she said that I was going to make a contract with a sister or with somebody at this particular time. We're going to make a contract with somebody who was going to put all the tapes together and reorganize stuff, because I had tapes scattered all over the country and stuff. And also in the spring of the year, me and Deborah came together, and what we did, we took the entire year going and getting tapes from all over the country and different stacks and stuff, you know, and putting it all in one central library. And Sister Deborah had actually been doing it for about 3 years before we hooked up. And so we formed the Ark of Sophis, which is the same as Sirius. And we formed the Ark of Sophis and stuff with all the tapes. And also they had SiriusTimesMedia.com, which is the internet. And like I said, the graphics done with Wesley. And then during the Hemmitt Summit, Brother Pierre, which I had been knowing about 7 years now, when I really first started out, well, a couple of years after I started out, because it'll be 10 years since the Dogon lecture in June. But about 7 years ago, I met Pierre and all, and he was just starting out on some things, and he later on got into video production and stuff, and as a result, like Wesley, took it on an even much more professional level. So if anybody got the last World Trade Center videos, and you saw all the graphics up in there, that's with the Brother Pierre. Brother Pierre is also the person that did the graphics and did the video shot the actual videos for the Hemmitt Summit. And so to make a long story short, what happened was we did the Hemmitt Summit, then we came together right after 9/11. We started producing documentary videos on 9/11 and stuff. And also I want to give a shout out, because you can reach Arkansas at the number 404-344-6862, 404-344-6862, and also on the website is www.SiriusTimes.com. That'll do it. www.SiriusTimes.com, which is the word Sirius, S-I-U-R-I-S, the star Sirius. And so, so we came together and we started producing these particular videos. It's like some of the first production of Ark of Sophis, which is the wave of the future. Is we do have the lectures, but we also do documentary videos also. And so we got Pierre to come in and kick his version of the production of his graphics on the videos. And so we got a collaboration. So we got a professional cameraman now that does professional shooting for people, etc., all across the board and all, just mass media. And his name of his company is Carson's Video. That's one of his production companies also, but now he has a new production company, which is Mayotte, was it Mayotte Productions? Or the Hall of Mayotte is going to be? Which one? Hall of Mayotte Production. Now, as a result, what happened was, we've been under attack around 2000. We used to roll on WRFG, and we used to deal with Sister Aphrodite, and the only person that they were scared of was Sister Aphrodite. And so what happened was that they started cutting down on the amount of radio griots that used to come and drop the knowledge on RFG. RFG, believe it or not, was one of the only stations in the country where you can come and drop knowledge and say what the hell you want to say. They would keep me out. I go to Harlem. They make all kind of excuses, keep me off the radio in New York, keep me off the radio in Philly. I couldn't get no radio spots in no major cities. You see what I'm saying and all. They can make all this foolishness. So we come down here and we used to drop all the information up until 1999. And then what started happening was they started cutting out the amount of people on WRFG that could really come in, and then they started limiting it to a certain amount of people that was not controversial. It wasn't going to rattle nothing. So also, but they was just waiting. So they still didn't mess with potential buyers with Sister Aphrodite. Now, she's got several Yoruba names. I think it's Ibanya now, I think. You know, and so they was limiting it to just potential buyers. And then when she decided she was going further into the whole priesthood of the whole Ifa priesthood, then she relinquished her radio show. Then they basically closed in. And as a result, it's really control on RFG. So about 2 years before that, but right at 99, excuse me, we would start going to places and, getting new spots. And, they say, okay, great, you can come on in, it's going to be great. They didn't realize the crowd. Then the crowd would come, and then they said, okay, the crowd would come, and then they said they'd find, when they saw the crowd, they said, ooh, let's see how much money we can make off this. Then they would come with some new stuff the next time we would come. And then they would raise the price, and we go to another place. And then the other place, it was like, oh, $25 an hour, cool. Then they saw all the people coming, they said $35 an hour, so we even brought more people. Then they said $65 an hour. You see what I'm saying? $65 an hour. Then we left there and went to the Afrocentric Temple. I'll name that one. I'll put the other ones because it don't really matter, but I'll name that one. But they was just greedy. These niggas here, you see what I'm saying? We call these niggas out. You say, I'll name their ass because that's some bullshit. At least the other people just say, well, the next time you come, you got to charge more money. But we got these fools here. Coming up and just telling us we can't have no lecture. We can't have no lecture and all. You see, that's a whole nother thing. So we're going to call them niggas out for what the hell they are. The straight up government. Anytime you go in a place, you got Beverly Harvard on the wall, you know damn well. Much niggas of that fool lock up. Anytime you got the damn police chief on the wall, I mean, with all due respect, there's something wrong. And all that. All kind of niggas like Ben Vereen and all kind of fucked up niggas that you don't want to know on the wall. Just because they're black don't mean they go to get on the damn wall. Shoot, so my point is, so we went to the Afrocentric Temple in July, did an election and all, and it was hot. And they cut off the damn lights. These niggas so bold, they gonna cut off the lights on us. We in the black lecturing. Then the next time they just decided that they just wasn't gonna do nothing. They waited till the day before. We got some chairs up here. We got 3 chairs up here if you want to, Got 3 chairs up if you ain't so embarrassed to show your face in the place. You know, these are some, well, I got some good reading on y'all too last night I want to share with you also. Yeah. But anyway, what happened here, the day before the lecture, they just decide that they're not going to have me come speak. Now, this was about a week after the terrorist bill was passed. Now, we think that the terrorist bill is some type of bill that you know that's going to go get bin Laden, but we know that anytime they pass a bill, they give you the front page, but the bill be this damn thick. And so in so many words, it suspends the Constitution. You see what I'm saying? In so many words. So therefore, the people that got the money from the 501c3, which is your tax exempt, they roll up on them and say, hey, look, you've been taking money from us. You can't be hobnobbing with the enemy. So the people who was taking the money, all of a sudden, they roll on these Negroes and told them they couldn't have us. So they're going to come with, we got prayer visual. Now, how long a damn prayer visual last? We got prayer visuals, nobody praying, the damn place dark, and some nigga peeping out the window. Even the bums out there on the street say, they inside. So, you know. And so all of a sudden, I knew it was something, you know. All of a sudden, these particular people, you know, whoever rolled up on them told them that they couldn't have us speak. So as a result, here's Pierre. And Pierre was able to come and hook up this place. And he kept saying, and at first Pierre was talking to him, he was like, yeah, you know the place. And I was like, well, damn, by the end of the month, I thought the place was going to be the ugliest place in the world, the way Pierre was talking and all. I said, but he was talking about how narrow it was and all, but then when we looked at it and all, the length, we make up in length what we don't have in width. You see what I'm saying? And so as a result, we got this place, and I think Pierre saw it in a vision.